Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. I am Reuben Lyran Healer, and this time I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my herbal remedies. So I'm going to be leading, or rather I say mine, this is my take on another remedy. Like this book here is where I got the original remedy from. So this was one of my first magical witchy books that I ever bought. Don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can see it. Alright. It's not brilliant lighting in here, sorry. Soraya Book of Spells. So yeah, the recipe that I'm going to be improvising, or rather completely upgrading, is the marigold syrup recipe. So stick around if you want to see that. I'll just say a few words. So, as most of you will know me, if you're regulars on this channel, you'll know that I like to talk about stuff like is witchy and spiritual. I also will be talking about star seeds and starseed origins and the Emerald Order and stuff like that. So that will be coming in future videos. I do sing about, or rather I do talk about singing singing sometimes, as well as I'm a singer-songwriter. Although I wasn't planning on doing this kitchen witchery video, although I have a killer cough and it has been bugging me for the past week, and I've been so lazy and I haven't made any proper herbal remedies, so I thought it's time to nip it in the bud. I'm supposed to be seeing Christina Aguilera in concert on Tuesday, so I will be going to that by hook and by crook. So I'm really getting my act in gear so I can completely wash this or flush it out of the system. So the marigold syrup, I'm planning on having about eight spoonfuls of that a day, maybe more. So we'll see how that goes. So that's my pan that's ready. Alright, let's zoom in. I've not tried to do a video like this before in the kitchen. So this is a bit of myrrh. So I'm going to be adding this to my herbal remedy. It's quite tough. I wasn't expecting it to be so tough, this myrrh, because it really doesn't want to crush. Oh, I'm losing it. So yeah, myrrh, frankincense and myrrh, they've been very precious resins for centuries. Well, more than centuries, thousands of years, sorry. But myrrh, I'm using myrrh because of its antibacterial properties. It is very antiviral and antibacterial, so it's perfect for adding to herbal remedies. Or even if you're just making a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, you can crush up some myrrh like I'm doing, and then you can just sprinkle it on top of the drink and drink it. If I'll describe the taste of myrrh, it's a bit like TCP. So you can proper taste that it's antibacterial and it's cleansing. Alright, so yeah, this is looking good. So yeah, and that's just a bit of my powdered myrrh. So that is just gonna give, it will give the recipe a boost. Myrrh is awesome. So I've got a few bottles of essential oils or oils. So that's lavender oil. There's grapefruit essential oil. That's pure essential oil. There's orange pure essential oil there as well. and there's a bit of peppermint essential oil as well. So with this recipe, the original recipe, it's mainly marigold and lavender in the recipe, in Soraya's recipe, but I'm really throwing in lots of potent herbs and essential oils, because I really need fast results with getting rid of this cough and mucus on my chest. It's so awful. Ooh. I usually use Kill Cough when I'm lazy. I just popped at shop and grabbed some Kill Cough, but I did that and they had none in stock, so I had to go with a nasty, awful medicine and have some peppermint tea, herbal tea, soothing throat teas and stuff like that. I had that alongside the awful replacement medicine, but if I'd just thought sooner, I could have just made this recipe and had spoonfuls of this instead of that awful, god-awful pharmaceutical remedy. Alright, so that is the murder. Alright, so now I'm going to throw in the herbs in the pan, and then we can go to the next step. So where's my marigold? So, so this is my jar of marigolds here. I love this, and it's really good. It's a really useful herb to have for herbal remedies, because it can be used internally and externally. It's really good for treating skin problems as well. So I do make an ointment with it sometimes. So I'm just going to throw some... Oh, sorry, I'm showing you it over there. You probably didn't see it, so yeah. Just going to throw that in there. So that's... In the recipe, she says to fill the pan... What? Let me have a quick look again, because I've not made this recipe in a while. She says, marigold petals enough to fill a 2-pint pan. So that's a lot. Actually, I don't even know what measurements this pan are. Sorry, maths is not my strong point. Alright, so I'm just going to add about that much marigold. Throw in elderflower. Yeah, that'll do. Some vervain. Vervain's very antibacterial as well. Colt's foot. That's a very good remedy for chesty coughs, which I have. I also know that some people actually do smoke it. They use it as like a tobacco replacement. I'm going to add a little bit of marshmallow root. So like I said, this is just my own recipe. I like to just throw all sorts in here. Right, oh, can't forget the yarrow. Throw in some yarrow. So the remedy I usually do when I'm not making marigold syrup, I usually use yarrow, elderflower and peppermint, and I brew it as a tea, and that is a good tea to have. So yep, yarrow's in. Throw some whole cloves in. Ooh, that was probably more than I was probably wanting to add in, but never mind. Alright, so I'll add that later. I think I'm going to add the myrrh last, because I don't want it to somehow evaporate. Alright, so now I'm just holding the herbs and then just charging them with my intent. So it's good to just, like, in kitchen witchery, or if you're just doing a regular spell, it might not be a recipe that you're cooking, but if you're using herbs for magic, it's good to just hold them in your hands and to send the intention into the herbs. So come on, you. I need to be back to full health, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so that's good. So that's the herbs all mixed together. So I'm just going to add a few more herbs in so we've got a bit of time here. So I had a bundle of thyme which had dried here. I've got tons of herbs all bundled together, just drying all over the place. Typical witch. So I'm going to add in the thyme, and there's a bit of lavender here as well. I've literally just picked this as I've been walking by. Whenever I see lavender, I'm so bad. I really love the stuff, so I tend to just pick a piece off. But I always say thank you to the plant and Mother Nature. And this is a bit more lavender here. This is dried lavender, which I think I've had from someone's garden in the family, probably. Add lots of that in, actually, because she did say to fill the pan. So yeah, so we've got lots of lavender, lots of marigold in there, mixed in with other herbs. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly charge it again. If you want, you can, ooh, don't be losing my herbs. So if you want, you can trace a pentagram or a pentacle over the top. Thank you, goddess. And good. So next I'm going to add boiling water over the herbs. So actually this isn't just any water, this is actually water that I've had in my, I'll show you. If you can see, I've got my water filter here. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but, oh, actually if I put it over here where, so at the bottom here we've got some elite noble shungite stones. So they're good for filtering the water. So I've had that water overnight in the water filter. It's been on the charging plate with the elite noble shungite stones, so that filters the water of all impurities. So it's very good for that. So yeah, without further ado, pouring in the boiling water. Double check that you can still see the pan. Oh, it's not zoomed in. Bugger. So yeah, pouring in the boiling water, and then we can set it on the boil. Alright. Might move it to the next thingy. The next hob instead. Ooh, careful I don't set my book on fire. So I'll just adjust the camera. Oh, there we go. There you go, you can see it perfect. Alright. So I've got my little wooden spoon. I'm such an extra witch that I went and made myself, because I had this lovely wooden spoon, so I went and wire wrapped an Amazonite crystal onto the top of it, just for extra magic. So once we've got all of the herbs, you don't have to use exactly the same herbs as I've got in here. You can use whatever cleansing antibacterial herbs that you have at hand. So I've used bits of everything in here: marigold, lavender, thyme, vervain, yarrow, elderflower, you name it. I've used a lot of them. But you have to use the exact same ones, because some of them are quite difficult to find if you don't know the right places to look for them. And when I say that, I'm not pretending that I go and forage all of them myself, because most of the herbs I don't forage myself. I wish I could. I wish I knew where to find them, but yeah. Certain health food shops that you need to go to find them. Oh, it's trying to boil over. Don't you dare boil over on me. Alright, so that's just simmering. So I think I might need a bit more water. So let's add some more water to the kettle. Right, I'm just waiting for the concoction to reduce a bit. So while we're waiting for it to reduce, I'm going to give you a bit of a Stevie Nicks dance. Just hold on one moment. Right, don't do this at home, kids. Dancing in the kitchen is a very stupid idea. Ah, see? See, what did I tell you? Jumping around in the kitchen is a very stupid idea as well. So yeah, just doing my American Horror Story Stevie Nicks impression. Woo! But yeah, very silly idea. Please don't do this at home. Right, so we want it reduced a little now, so just give it a little bit longer. Soraya, she says to let it reduce to about 2 inches, so I think it's done at least 1 good inch there. So I'm going to give it about another 5 minutes, I think, and then it'll be good to cool down. So I'll read you a little bit what she said in the book. It says, marigold is one of my favourites, however it must be the old-fashioned Calendula officinalis and not the African or any other variety. It is antiseptic, antifungal, antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, and it also strengthens the immune system. For women, calendula is especially helpful during the menstrual cycle or the menopause. As if that was not enough, it can be made into a cream and applied to cuts and grazes and aid the healing process. So that's like what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, and that's what Soraya says about her original recipe, which I've kind of taken over and made my own. But that's the thing about the craft. If you find something that works, then that's good. But if you want to add to it and make something even better, then feel free. There's no right or wrong. Although one thing I will say is, when you're dealing with herbs, do be very careful, because certain herbs are very strong, and depending on who you're planning on giving it to, certain people cannot have certain herbs. Say, for example, certain herbs such as mugwort and dittany, certain herbs like thin out the blood, or certain herbs will, like, they raise your blood pressure and stuff like that, so it is good to be mindful as well. But if you're just making it for yourself and you know you're in full health, you know you're in good health, pretty much, then you've no need to worry if you're just using similar herbs to what I've used. Because most of these herbs are just garden herbs like marigold and lavender, or calendula, which is the same as marigold. So yeah, this is coming along nicely. I'm just going to say a little spell. It's always good to add a little rhyming couplet in there. Herbal potion magic brew, now be charged with magic true. With intent I speak the charm, all be blessed and none be harmed. We'll say it 3 times. Herbal potion magic brew, now be charged with magic true. With intent I speak the charm, all be blessed and none be harmed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a little pentagram over the top. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, God. Brilliant. It's smelling so herbalicious or herbaceous, whatever the correct word is. It's smelling so herby, and you can definitely tell it's got good antiseptic, antiviral, good potent herbs in there. I've just reduced the heat. I've been boiling that a little bit too much there, but we have reduced it down. That is good. So if you're doing this at home, maybe don't leave it boiling for as long as I've just done. Give it a little boil at the beginning and then turn it down so it's just simmering to reduce, because I kind of overdid it a bit there, but it still worked out fine, just so you know. Give it another stir with the magical spoon. So good. So in a moment I'm going to turn this off. Alright, this isn't actually simmering. Alright, turn it up a bit. So let it have a final simmer, then I'm going to let it cool. And then we can move to the next stage. Come on, get simmering, you. Let's say hi. Oh. Look, boo-boo. Are we making a potion? We're making a magic potion. Oh, my fur baby and familiar, she's got a new scarf on. A beautiful bandana scarf. Oh. I hope everyone can see it properly. Mwah. Say hello. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, YouTubers. Look, what do you think of the potion? Is it to your satisfaction, boo-boo? Don't have no catnip in, no. There we go. Alright, so now that we've given it a chance to cool a bit, it's still a bit warm actually because it's been on the cooker, but I'm going to filter it in through here. So I've just got a measuring jug at the bottom, and then there's a funnel with a muslin cloth. So that's just for filtering out the herbs. Oops, I'm spilling it. Silly me. Sorry, I'm talking to you all like a talk to cat. Saying silly me. I'm always saying that to cat. Silly me. Alright, why is it not filtering through? Oh, it is. Just slowly. So that's going through there. So can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So wow, yeah. If you look at the pan now, there really is a lot of herbs in there. It didn't look like that much when I was putting them in. Oops. Actually, I don't want to overload the jug. So yeah, that's filtering through there. Let's use this a bit. Get a bit of movement so it filters through. I think it's got a bit clogged at the bottom. So yeah, we just want to get as much as the liquid and filter out the herbs, because we've got the nutrients that we need from the herbs, the nutrients and the magic. We've got that, and then we're going to make a syrup. It really is taking a while to filter through. Just like, I can hear it just trickling down. So I'll show you. So we've got our liquid at the bottom there. So that's good. That's the potent liquid. I'm hoping there's more than that though, because I wanted to fill at least 2 bottles. It looks like there's about 1 bottle there. Although there's a lot of herbs there, and I think more liquid will squeeze out of those. Yeah. There we go. So just want to get as much of that goodness as we can, because there's so much herbs there, so we want all of that goodness. Give it to me, give it to me. As the vampire bride saying Dracula, give it to me, Jonathan. That line always sticks with me, don't ask me why. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I think it was just because I had it like that, so yeah, that's much better. So yeah, we've got a good jug fill of it now. So yeah, now we're going to reduce it down again, but this time we're going to add the sugar to it. And that will create our syrup. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And now I've placed the filtered liquid back in the pan, so it's cooled down a bit, not fully cool. But I'm now going to, so I've measured how much liquid in Soraya's recipe. She says to add a cup of sugar for every cup of liquid. So I've measured about 1 cup, 1.5 cups of liquid. So I'm going to add the 1.5 cups of sugar. So wow. But this is good because we want it to be a syrup. So there we go. In you go. Oh, it's all stuck to the bottom because the liquid was in there. There's you. Got a handy teaspoon, but anyhow, so we want you to go in there. Please go in. What is that? Is that one of my hairs? Or a cat hair? Looked like it was. Oops. So that's the first cup of sugar. So now we need 1 more cup of sugar. Oh, not a full cup of sugar, sorry, we need another half a cup of sugar. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, now we have exactly the same amount of sugar as liquid. So that's all just mixed in there. Good stuff. Alright. So just get some of that that's stuck to the sides of the cup. And there we go. There we go. Have a quick look at the book. I think we go ahead and reduce it again. Put the liquid back into the pan, and for each cup of liquid add the equivalent amount of brown sugar or white sugar. Bring to the boil and, as before, reduce the heat and allow to simmer until the mixture has reduced about 2 inches. Okay, so there we go. Give me fire. Okay, let's do this. So let's get, because there's sugar in here, so this is going to get very, very hot and sticky. So be careful if you do try this recipe, because like the sugar gets like molten lava. So if you spill some of that, or if you get droplets of that on it, it's going to burn and hurt a lot, so please be careful. So just mixing it in, just want it to integrate. So bring it to a boil. Come on, cook a boil. Wow, this looks cool already. So this is my little potion. Wow, it looks like an obsidian mirror. I love it. I can't believe it's black already, just from the herbs. Because I'm adding in some spirulina powder as well. I was planning on making it black, but it's already black. Usually if you just make the marigold syrup, it's more of a golden colour. It's not quite as dark. Okay, so just bring that to the boil. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Yeah, just me being a bit silly. So as you can see, it's started to boil now, which is good. So in a moment I'm going to turn it down so then it just simmers. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, yeah. Don't boil over, don't boil over. Ooh, which way are we going? That way. Yeah. Simmer for me. Simmer, simmer, simmer. Oh no. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's simmering. Good. Yeah, that's where we want it. So just give it another stir. I'll speak the charm again and focus on my intentions. Ooh, I hope I didn't blow it out with my exhale there. Alright, no, we're good. Herbal potion, magic brew, now be charged with magic true. With intent I speak the charm, all be blessed and none be harmed. Herbal potion, magic brew, now be charged with magic true. With intent I speak the charm, all be blessed and none be harmed. Herbal potion, magic brew, now be charged with magic true. With intent I speak the charm, all be blessed and none be harmed. So let it be. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Goddess, I'm glad. That's good. So, is that simmering? So, turn it up a notch. just want it to simmer. So yeah, that's good. So just leave that to simmer for a little bit. Right, so our syrup here has reduced now, so I'm going to add in the last few ingredients and then we're going to let it cool. So I'm going to add in a pinch of turmeric. Again, this wasn't in Soraya's recipe, but I like turmeric. It's a good health food. So, popped a bit of that in, so stir that in. But again, remember to be careful because this is very dangerous. Anyone who's had a sugar burn, you know. Alright, there we go. So that's the turmeric in. Alright, now I'm going to add some of the essential oils in. So there is, that's orange. Alright, so this is Peppermint Essential Oil. So I'm going to pour the rest of that in there, there's not a lot. Peppermint Essential Oil, drip, 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 drip. Try not to drop the whole thing in. So, yep, we good. Some extra lavender. So this is staying true to the Soraya's recipe. This is the only thing which is, this and the marigold really is only the same things that she's used. Alright, so lavender oil. Let's add that in. Ooh, that smells so good. And then I've got some orange oil. That's pure orange essential oils. So hopefully that adds a bit of vitamin C in there as well. Let's hope. It is pure essential oil of orange. And then last but not least, I'm going to add some grapefruit pure essential oils. So yeah, this is going to taste very strange because it really is like a mixture of all sorts. So it's going to be very herby and fruity at the same time. But it's got to taste better than them pharmaceutical medicines, God. Oh, I hate the taste of like penicillin or whatever the heck they put in that stuff. Alright. So that is the grapefruit oil. And I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of spirulina. So that's about 1 tablespoon. And that's 2 tablespoons. So yeah, that's a lot of spirulina. But I had a read of the packet. It says that they add 1 tablespoon to like a smoothie or a shake. So hence why I've gone for 2 tablespoons. Because it's more than this drink, this syrup is more than 1 serving. Oh dear though, it seems to have gone a bit lumpy in places. It didn't really want to mix. Oh, dear me. You better not ruin my syrup because I've decided to go a bit crazy and add extra stuff in. Come on, spirulina, behave. Might have to pass it through the sieve again. Oh, not the sieve, the muslin cloth. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to do that, but I wasn't expecting the spirulina not to behave. Hopefully it'll work out. So we've got 2 tables of spirulina in there. And last but not least, I'm going to add some honey in. Actually, that's not last but not least. I'm also adding some of my Echinacea Tincture. So that is made with the herb of Echinacea, and it's made with brandy. So I put, let me turn that down a bit. I put the brandy in the bottle with the herb, and then I give it a shake every day for 2 weeks, and that makes the tincture. And it's good to keep it in a dark coloured bottle like this one, because that helps to lock in the nutrients and protect it. Alright, so next is the honey. Pop the honey in, and then I will add in lastly the myrrh. So honey. Ooh, careful. That was a bit splashy there. So I want a good amount of honey. So yeah, it's good. So give that a careful stir. So that's the honey. I feel like I want a bit more. So yeah, that'll do. So we've got a good amount of honey mixed in there. And finally, with the last ingredient now, I'm going to add in the myrrh. But like I said at the beginning of this video, you don't have to add in everything which I'm adding in. I'm kind of going crazy putting everything in because I want it to be very powerful and potent and to act quickly. So yeah, if you've got myrrh at hand, then add it in. If you've got essential oils at hand, add them in. Specific ones which are going to help, such as lavender, etc., or eucalyptus and peppermint, or myrrh. So yeah, if you've got this stuff, then add it in. If you don't have it, don't worry. So that's the myrrh, so give that a good stir. There we're good. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off now. So this is good to cool. So yeah, once it cools, it'll be ready to pour into the bottles. So this is our marigold / a million other herb tincture. Not tincture, sorry. The syrup. This is the marigold, lavender, and vervain, and all of the other herbs in essential oil tincture. Oh, why do I keep it saying tincture? It's not a tincture. Sorry, it's the syrup. So while that's cooling, I'm gonna tell you about some of the books. Alright, I'm not gonna leave that there. So hopefully, cool. So yeah, no drips. Right, pop that there. So just double check we're still recording. Yep, we're still recording. Cool. So if you're interested in being serious about learning to make your own tinctures and herbal remedies, then I highly recommend this book, The Complete Herbal. This is by David Hoffman. Sorry, you can't really see that well. Yeah, that didn't really help that much. David Hoffman, as you can see. So yeah, that's The Complete Herbal. So this is the book I use to learn. It's very helpful, like if you're picking up herbs in Neil's Yard Remedies or at Chinatown, or in like maybe a vegan wholesaler or any other herbal or homeopathic shop, then a book like this is very useful if you're planning on making your own remedies, because like I said, all the herbs are very powerful, and they all have different actions. So that's that book. I'll show you a few of the other ones I've got at hand. So another one is the I can't even talk properly. The Fragrant Pharmacy. I confess, I've not actually read this one properly yet. But it looks like it's got some recipes for like hair treatments and skin creams. So that's aromatherapy and essential oils, that one, Fragrant Pharmacy. And the next one I have here is Materia Medica. So this, so it says B. Jane Publishers, Dr. S.R. Patak. So I'm trying to show you Materia Medica. That's that one. So that's homeopathic remedies. So basically, if you don't know about homeopathy, basically they believe that, sorry, that music's a bit distracting. Homeopathy believe that herbs which may poison, or certain herbs or other things which may be ingested, stuff which may usually be harmful, they can also be used to cure an illness if they're had in small doses. So basically it's like fighting fire with fire, basically. That's what homeopathy does. So that's that book. Another one I've got here is Aromatherapy in A to Z. That's Patricia Davis. And the other one I have at hand is The Wiccan Herbal, or A Wiccan Herbal rather, by Marie Rodway. So yeah, that's a couple of the books that I've got about herbalism and herbal magic. So I'll just give this another stir. But it looks like it's well on its way. So yeah, I finally got all of the ingredients in the mix, so that's good. So I can't wait to just have a few spoonfuls of this. Gosh, I know it's going to be so good. I'm going to give my sister some, so if you're watching this, Naya, you can have some. Don't worry, I'll bring a bottle round. Okay. Right, yeah, so that's brilliant. So I'm just going to let that cool. Right, so we have the liquid here. And it has cooled down a bit. It's not icy cold. I popped it in the fridge for a bit, but it's cool enough to pour into the bottles. So let's do that. Just got the funnel again, and I'm just going to pour it in through the funnel. Oh, the only problem is because it's a dark bottle, I can't see perfectly how much I'm pouring in. Alright, so we're about here. I'll just take it slow. Oh yeah, I can see now. Pour it in. Yep, that's good. That's a full bottle. And then the next one. 1 sec. That could do with another rinse, this bottle. Right, so we're just going to do the same, pour the liquid into the bottle. Alright, so yeah, we've just got a little bit left over, but that's fine. Get rid of the funnel rinsing. And there we have it. Alright, so I'll just give you a quick look at my herbs. So these are the herbs I've got on the shelf, and then there's more up here. They're all my witchy herbs. I just wanted to show you over here before I go. Alright, so this over here is a recipe for love. So this was my nana's. So I think it's a fitting thing to show you all. It's really cute. So it says, a recipe for love, 1 pinch of humour, a pound of compatibility, 3/4 of a cup of patience, 3 spoonfuls of trust, a cup of respect, 1 zest of tenderness, 2 spoonfuls of joy, and a cup of romance. So yeah, that's really cute. Right, so there you have it. That's the remedy there. I'm gonna have a spoonful. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll have a taste. Have another taste. I had a taste earlier. Yeah, it's better than last time. The spirulina is quite strange though, but it's not so bad because it's got all of the other elements in it. We had the lavender and the grapefruit and the orange essential oil, so they kind of make it bearable. Okay, but yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna say bye bye for now. And if you like videos like this, if you liked this recipe, if you'd like more videos like this, then please let me know. Or if there's videos on other stuff that you'd like to see, other areas of witchery that you'd like to hear about, then please let me know. And I will be back with more videos soon. So for now, thank you and farewell. Brightest blessings and namaste.